Looking forward to racing on Friday. We've got 2 listed features on the card, which is 8 races. And Gavin Smith's yard will kick off in race 1 with 3 runners to start. Global Force only just touched off last time out. He'll be joined by the Winter Lake, who is a first-timer colt by Water Winter, out of the graded sprinting placed mare Maureen Delago. And then Watchtower will also run 3 runs, 3 places. He's done nothing wrong.
Yeah, no, I think the 3 boys in place nicely to start off the day. Global Force, like you say, just touched off last time out. He has improved all the time, and he's improved at home as he's matured and gotten stronger. The Winter Lake, very nice colt. Yeah, he's just depends how green he's going to be in running. Yeah, he's shown enough to be thereabouts. It just depends, you know, how green he's going to be under pressure, and obviously got horses that have got race experience. And other boy, he's done nothing wrong as well, mate. And he's run behind a horse that went to Cape Town and ran just off them as well. So, yeah, I think all 3 of them will start off the day nicely.
We move to race 2, and here 2 runners. Green Falcon, who will make his local debut for the yard. Always exciting when a horse with Cape Maiden form steps out, and one to keep an eye on, and racing alongside Myers Cat.
Myers Cat cut him back in trip. He's just not enjoying going the mile. He tends to want to go too hard, doesn't settle the early part, which I thought would enjoy him because he's been running on. So expecting him to be thereabouts, and definitely a quartet chance. Green Falcon, lovely horse, nice type of a horse, and I think the right race to start him off in. It's working well enough to be thereabouts.
In race 3, Minstrel Gallery is never far back, and she races alongside another newcomer, and that is Glittering Boots, who races off Highveld maiden form.
Yeah, Glittering Boots, quite a highly strung filly. She's quite a light filly as well. It's her first start for us, so we're just going to see how she goes. But yeah, she has settled down, and she's not doing too bad work at home. Minstrel, yeah, her as well. Her form is fair enough to be thereabouts, and Track and Trip does suit her. She's doing well enough at home to be knocking notes.
In race 4, You Know Who, 1 run over Track and Trip for 1 win, and King's Crusade is in really hard-knocking form.
Yeah, I'm glad You Know Who's running in the 2000 now, because the mile, they tend to be out sprinting him and he doesn't get going quick enough. So Track and Trip does suit him, and King's Crusade does take a little step up in class, but he comes in with a lightish weight, and his form and his work at home is being well enough to be right on top of them.
In race 5, 3 fillies and mares step out, and they are Cape Bouquet, Basetsana and Maiden's Cove.
Yeah, all 3 girls, right race, right division, Track and Trip suits, and I wouldn't leave any of them out of the quartet. Maiden's Cove just unfortunately drawn very wide, and Basetsana, she just needs to get herself into the race early part, and she tends to jump well and then drop right back out of it. And other filly, she needed her first run, and I think she's doing better now in herself. And she's muscled up and she's gotten stronger, so I wouldn't leave her out as well.
Moving on to race 6, which is the first of our features, the listed East Cape Guineas, a second leg of the Sophomore Challenge. And here the yard will step out Perfection, who gets more and more exciting with each run. And Zatara Magic, who isn't shot behind us, he settled well in the Abai Stakes and placed.
Yeah, Zatara's eventually learning how to race now, and he's settling down, plus he's growing up. He's not such a kid anymore. Yeah, and he's obviously now, with him settling last time, he had more to come at the end, so he's racing the right way around, and he's looking exceptional. Perfection as well, doing good work at home, looking exceptional, and this is his test. I think he's taken on some horses with form at level weights, so we'll see where we are with him.
The yard will step out an exciting newcomer in the second of the features, which is the Sprint Cup, and that is Safe Return, who relocates with some useful Cape sprinting form.
No, he's a nice horse. He's well in himself at home, and his work's good enough to be thereabouts as well. Yeah, he's a nice type, but it's a nice race, competitive, and we'll also see where we are.
3 runners to round up in the last of the day, which is race 8. Flame Flower, who's going to be trying the blinkers. Heartsease, who cuts back and Trip. Dame of Flames runs alongside them, and all 3 have the ability to get a look in here.
Totally agree with the notes. Any of the 3 could pop up. It is a touch on the sharp side for Heartsease, but she'll be running on at them, and I have sharpened up at home. Dame of Flames, also nice run last time out. Track and Trip does suit, and Flame Flower, she got the best of the draw. The blinkers are just going to help her a little bit.
Lovely competitive card stepping out from the Smith yard, and there are going to be horses to follow.